Hello everyone! Before anything else, I want to wish you a peaceful holidays and thank you so much for being here with me over the past year. This channel is still small, especially compared to beauty, lifestyle, or real estate fast-growing blogs. Astrology grows slowly. It asks patience, attention, and thought. Also, I'm going through my Saturn major planetary period, so I'm prepared for slow growth, but steady. Also, I want to say that this is my work, it is my passion, and I want it grow into something honest, beautiful, useful. I want to grow a community of like-minded people. I'm deeply grateful to those of you who stayed from the very beginning, who commented, who questioned and suggested directions. Without your feedback, I would not have added meditation, for example, at the end of my monthly videos. Or without your questions, I would not have looked deeper into worsening situation in the UK. Without your curiosity, I would not have pushed myself to study the astrology behind architecture, power structures, and the formation of a new world order. You encouraged me to keep going at moments when it would have been much easier to stop. That matters more than you know. Now, my goal has never been to use astrology to scare people. I wanted to help people adjust, prepare, and orient themselves. Astrology, in my view, is not fate carved in stone. It is a sail. Free will is the boat, and uncertain times, knowing the wind matters. Now, brief look back at December. The atmosphere of this month was heavy, and I was ringing alarm long before. And I've heard feedback, and many of you felt that tension. December began under the shadow of Saturn and Mercury stationing at the end of November. Then came Mars-Saturn very intense square, followed by Neptune stationing direct, and finally Rahu crossing critical degrees. This was not a gentle sequence. It pressed on people's nerves, on governmental systems, and major decisions. Professionally, December taught me several important lessons. First and foremost, fixed stars once again proved their accuracy. In the past year of active mundane forecasting, they showed me again and again, they showed up for me again and again in real events. And because of that, I will be starting a dedicated playlist here on YouTube focused entirely on fixed stars and how they play out in real time. I will continue to watch them closely and use them in my predictive work. Second, out of necessity, I had to accelerate my study of astrocartography. I put much of my social life on pause, and I cut hours of my sleep to go deeper into it. That led to sleep deprivation, and here and there I made a couple mistakes, like for example in my December monthly video I said that Mercury is still retrograde when in fact it was station direct together with Saturn, and I deeply ask for forgiveness for that little mistakes. This acceleration in learning was not comfortable, but it was pretty much necessary. What it gave me was a clear understanding of how astrology reflects the construction of global systems and power centers. History shows us that periods of restructuring are not new. They repeat. They're not automatically doomed or catastrophic, but understanding their nature lower stress. It allows preparation without panic. It helps you see where pressure is rising and where stability still exists. Regarding the broader mundane situation, in my April 2025 video, I said, if you want peace, get ready for WAR. That statement still holds. It reflects the current political course worldwide. And I hope that once 2026 begin, the sun is the numerological ruler of the year, conditions might soften, but as I prepare my 2026 forecast, summarized it with Astrocartography and dangerous days of humanity. For humanity, I see something else forming. The pace of events increasing, the pace of changes increasing. The world is becoming more multi-dimensional. There are more visible players on the global stage, therefore more mass. The era of clear hegemony is fading and power is fragmenting. Many people point to the The Economist cover for 2026, which shows one ball, the Earth, and one player hitting this ball. That image can be read in many ways. It may be not that literal, but we also cannot fully dismiss the possibility that it reflects a narrowing of control rather than its expansion. Looking ahead, the next large-scale configuration that concerns me the most is February Saturn-Neptune conjunction year, exactly on fixed star Shed. And I spoke about this earlier in my Astrocartography broadcast video, and I will return to it in more depth. Also, the February eclipses, together with this conjunction, and the months that follow also look intense. I will dedicate a separate video to this in January 2026. Now, I'm also watching closely Rahu now. On January 1st, 2026, Rahu reaches a full conjunction with the asteroid Zeus. Now, just days before that, Sun crosses asteroid Volcano. And I went back through several decades to examine similar patterns. In some cases, these alignments coincided with explosive events. In others, it was not explosive, but still important worldwide events. So my current conclusion is that asteroids act as amplifiers rather than primary triggers, and they support and multiply existing tensions. And when the sky is already strained, they matter more. Given the current planetary backdrop, these activations deserve attention. And let's observe how they unfold. I'm preparing a full 2026 prognosis broadcast and will likely release several videos as part of 2026 series because the material has become too large to fit into a single presentation. Alongside this, I'm working intensively on my book about eclipses, and I'm also preparing a webinar on how to read eclipses in your own charts. Because it's very important. When eclipses activate personal points, they act like ignition key. For example, in 2023, in the beginning of the 2023, an eclipse fell directly on my natal Uranus. And since then, my focus has shifted almost entirely toward global events. That was unexpected, sudden, but eclipses often work that way. They redirect attention and energy in ways that only make sense in hindsight. Now, for viewers of this video, I'm offering a 50% discount on yearly forecasts for 2026. I'm also launching a newsletter which will begin regular publication monthly on 2026. Subscribing there will allow me to share longer thoughts, updates, and announcements without relying only on video formats. That is all for now. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for your patience, for your intelligence, for your curiosity. I look forward to continuing this work with you in the year ahead. See you in the next video. Bye.